Average girls, average and owning it. Average and owning it. Yeah.
And we're back.
Hey everybody, and welcome. By popular demand, we have a guest.
Yes, we do. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm nervous.
Yeah,
we have to redo. I'm nervous.
we're not doing it.
It's just different. Okay, hey guys, it's me, the very beautiful girl who is very.
You could tell by her voice last time. She was
I'm
gorgeous.
nervous. We gotta redo this all.
No, Maddie.
I'm nervous.
I said no, Maddie. We're not.
No, Alexis is here with us. You may remember her from our most amazing hot take
I would say.
to date.
Right.
What are
It was all biblically correct.
our rapture outfits, what they
Right.
would be and why. And so we're really happy to have her back because she's just full of great ideas.
It was crazy going on to campus that next week afterwards.
It's a fame.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't imagining it.
Oh my
I didn't
gosh.
expect it to be like that. Everyone was
Yeah.
just swarming me.
Did you have to sign a bunch of autographs?
I did. It was annoying.
That's
you saw
so
it that one day.
embarrassing.
Yeah, I did see it.
It was rough,
crazy.
but we're here. Everyone requested. Their DMs were flooded to bring me back.
Absolutely
by
flooded.
me, and so here I am.
If we haven't gotten back to your DMs from back then, we apologize, but we've just been inundated, truly. So, Alexis is back, and we have, some things that we think need to be talked about. You see, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, which I find completely embarrassing, you can tell we're in our murder room right now, that is just the office that is wood paneled and looks slightly terrifying. So, hope you enjoy the creepy scenery. It should be really great whenever we're doing murder cases.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about how it would add
theme.
to everything. Okay, cool. Well, Haley is going to actually do our hot take today. Usually I do it, but today Haley is going to do it, so I'm excited. She has some random rapid fire things, is what she said?
Yes, we have our lightning round questions. I actually have not thought of answers to these questions either, but that's kind of the point. So, first one, the most uncharacteristic thing about you.
Oh, gosh.
What?
The thing that you would tell people and they'd be like, wait, really?
I think it's the type of food that I eat.
Yeah.
Like,
easy.
everybody
I don't
gets so
know.
confused, I think, because I act like I'm a kid and I joke around and I'm like not very sophisticated in my day-to-day life. But then I tell people that I like
Arugula.
arugula. Sure, yeah. See, like, people are always surprised that I like quote-unquote
That I like
fancy-ish foods. Or,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, all my friends just can never guess what foods I like. I don't know if that counts, but
I don't know.
I feel like it seems uncharacteristic. You'd think I'd just eat what Corey eats, like fast food
Right.
and pizza.
I think I just associate you with Corey's diet, which is strictly
Which is really healthy. It's
right,
really
which
good.
like I
Yeah.
don't enjoy. Like maybe one night out of the week.
Right. I don't
But,
know why.
yes.
Yeah, I guess that'd probably be it. All right, yours.
I don't know.
It's lightning round. I don't know how you.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
Okay, well.
I think mine would be that I used to decorate cakes when I was a kid.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Wilton classes. Like decorating classes.
No.
I swear to God, I have pictures, honey. The Strawberry Festival, I was grand champion.
Stop.
Cake decorating. I'll show you.
No,
Well,
you
insert a
were not.
picture. I swear to God. Yes, I was chunky.
You have to
chunky.
send in a picture.
I
'cause we'll
we're
put it
sending
on
a
our
picture.
story.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait,
That's mine.
tell me you're wearing a chef's hat.
No, I was wearing
Dang
I
it.
was wearing a strawberry shirt,
Okay.
Incredible.
which is better.
What's yours?
Mine is probably that I like country music.
Oh.
Because I feel
yeah,
like I give off the vibe that I would hate it because I
That's
should.
sad.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Okay, number 2, scariest thing that's ever happened to you.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh, I know mine.
Okay, what is
One
Yeah.
time when I was little, we lived on a lot of land, and so we thought it was our dog trying to come in our back door, but
No.
it was a coyote. And I just remember my parents like freaking out and me just locking myself in my own room because I was like, oh, I'm a fit for myself.
I feel like I can't believe I'm an orphan.
I can't believe I'm
Um,
an orphan. Yeah, I didn't care about them. Yeah.
Well,
It was
yeah, who
terrifying.
cares?
Mine
That's nuts.
was that I was on a cruise with my best friend and her family, and we were in Jamaica, and we went like off the boat to the beach all day. You know how they like, I almost said park, but they dock in like certain cities, and then you go out and you do like all the touristy stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we went to this like huge market, and there was all these little shops and stores and stuff, and I was looking at like toward the back of the store. I was looking at these like skirts or something. This man grabbed my arm and took me around the corner, and I thought that he was like showing me something or like whatever. I was like 11 or 12.
What?
And my best friend that was on the trip came around the corner and like grabbed me back from him, and like we ran to her dad.
What?
And we were like, what just happened. Like, her dad was like, they probably were trying to take you somewhere. Like, who knows? You just, I mean, you don't know. You don't speak
You
their
have
language.
never
like,
told me that story.
I just
But
forgot
we're in
about it until
Jamaica.
now.
We're in
Oh my
Jamaica.
god, that's
We're having a
absolutely
good time.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, go.
Mine is probably either the Ouija board story about the time that my friends were all possessed by a Ouija board, or it's the time that I almost died at a Steeler game one time.
Oh.
Because I almost fell down like the nosebleed section. If you've ever been to Heinz Field, it's like basically vertical whenever you get to the very top. And a drunk woman fell on top of a really large man, and then the really large man fell on top of me. And I, instead of falling down, I fell outward. And I went flying, and my dad grabbed me by the hood of my jacket, and it like choked me. But if he hadn't done that,
You would have just
I literally
fallen
would
off the
have,
side.
I would have flown off the side.
That explains so much.
And it doesn't help that I was like a husky-looking 9-year-old at the time, so it's like a real image. But
So that hood was holding on for dear life.
You and that hood.
the hood broke and it's hanging by one string. It didn't actually, but you know. Okay, number 3. Your one phone call if you're in jail.
Oh.
Who's coming to pick you up?
Corey.
My mom.
Alright,
Difference.
so no one said me, so this is embarrassing.
Well, who's yours?
I probably would call Emerson because she always has a ring around whenever she's awake, and she would yell at me probably, maybe Maddie.
Oh.
But you actually know you'd be asleep.
Oh, wait. If I don't want to get in
sleep through
trouble.
calls, but
You don't?
yes. No.
Are you sure?
I just think, like,
Yeah.
Haley, you think you would have the money to bail me out of jail?
No.
So that's why I'm not calling you.
Well, what are you doing that bail is so high?
I don't know. You should give me context.
I don't.
I mean, like, petty theft, like, we'll throw up $500 for you. I just
Okay.
imagine you, like, shoplifting, if
Okay.
that's your crime.
Oh. You imagine us the shoplifter?
No, I guess I
Her.
don't know.
I don't know what yours would be. Yours would be, like, public indecency.
Yes.
Haley gets arrested for flashing the neighborhood.
Just
But,
like
but by accident, I've just been walking around my
By
open
accident?
No, it's
Oh my God.
purpose.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay, number 4. You either have to give up bread for the rest of your life or give up potatoes for the rest of your life.
Well,
Potatoes.
I just
But
found
that
out-
includes any type of potato product.
Yeah, I love bread.
Okay.
I just found out that I can't eat gluten anymore, so I'm already doing that.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I just found out.
You just found out. Are you okay?
Potatoes have so many
No.
good forms.
That's why I had to take. That's why.
Did you hear that?
Huh.
That's why I had to take.
Oh, sorry. She had to take a lot of laxatives. Okay.
I love that she whispered it and you just said it at like level 12.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she whispered it, but they were probably gonna hear anyways because I'm like.
Well, no, because Maddie's in a.
Okay. I would probably give up potatoes too because I also love bread. But
I love bread.
Okay,
too.
we get it. Y'all love bread. We get it.
okay. Number 5, your ringtone in middle school.
My ringtone?
Yeah. Name one that you
Oh.
remember.
I don't think I had one.
I think mine was What You Say.
Did you ever record them on your phone?
Yeah,
and then
strictly.
You
I
had
have
to
no
pay
idea.
for
It
'em.
was What You Say or it was
Yeah,
Lil
I had
Wayne.
that. I had What You Say at one point. 6th grade. I remember it. I remember putting it. I remember getting a phone call in Cassie Jameson's car, and it was What You Say. And I remember being like, oh, my cell phone.
Oh, let me answer.
oh, I'm getting a business call.
I think I just always had the defaults.
Ah,
Really?
basic.
I was just
So lame.
sophisticated. I was really sophisticated.
That's true, you were
I
just
was
an
really
adult.
mature.
I
for
was
my
just
age.
it was just like a business phone.
I
so.
do remember one time. Actually, no, too embarrassing. Anyways, I did have Not Afraid by Eminem at one point.
I actually really liked that song.
It's a good song. I could listen to it right now.
I listened to that song on my iHome when I would get really mad at my mom.
I'm not afraid. I'm imagining little Maddie. She's not afraid to take a stand.
Yep.
She'll stand for what she believes. in.
Everybody, come take my hand.
Okay, no.
Okay, sorry.
Is that all?
Yeah, I just had 5.
Woo! Those are good. I love those.
Thank you. I worked really hard. Took
Yeah,
me a
I
few
can tell.
hours.
Yeah.
Anywho,
You prayed about them and stuff.
I did. I was praying about it, and it came to
give
me in a
like 5
dream.
questions.
Yeah, it came to me in a vision. Anywho, we're gonna come with a little special episode of a table talk. Would you like to announce our segment?
I
today?
will. So this is called Men We Wish Well. So this is just things that men have done, boys, I would say.
Well, things we've also done.
Yeah,
to
and
men.
we've done to them. So I just think it's just a really safe place for
It
us
is. Yeah.
to
It's
explain
just
our trauma.
right. It's just here we
Yeah.
are. We just want to let you all know that we're over it, and we really wish you well. We hope
And
you're
we're
doing
just
okay.
like you.
We hope you're doing okay. We hope that you're okay with anyone else but
Yeah,
us. But
We're
we,
just trying to normalize the trauma.
Yeah.
We're normalizing
And
it.
I do just wish these guys well.
Yeah, we do. I try to here. This is what I'm thinking. Tell me if you guys are on the same page here.
Okay.
sometimes I tell my grandma things because I got a cool grandma, you know. So I tell my grandma stuff, and she doesn't get it, you know. She's like, oh, Haley, here's what you need to do, and I'm like, Grandma, we don't call it French kissing anymore. Like we don't do that, like that kind of thing. And so I
what do
feel
you
like
do?
no, this is me trying to get it. Like this is the 21st century problems of
your
men that we're
grandma.
dealing with in the world. Like this is what I'm gonna tell my grandma to listen to this episode, and I'm gonna say, hey, this is what it's like for us.
Okay.
And then we wish well,
like,
because then she'll know, like, oh, so wait a minute, this is nothing like
my grandma,
1950.
Yeah, my grandma recently told me that I need to stop taking my bad traits into my relationships, aka my cussing.
Oh.
I said, Nana, I'm sorry, but that shit's not stopping.
Yeah, Nana, this is
It's
me.
not stopping.
Nana,
so
this is
sorry.
what it's like.
Hey, take me or watch my fat ass leave.
Nana,
Nana.
take that, Nana. So do you
Oh
want to
my
start us
God.
off?
Oh.
Or okay, well, first of all, hold on. I'll help you with the very first one that you're going to tell. Because Alexis and I are talking before we're about to get started, and I said, have you ever slapped a guy in the face before? Because I was, like, thinking on my own. And she said, yeah, but I actually don't know why.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I don't think we ever hung out again after that, and that makes sense now. Why did I hit him? She has no context as to why
I just
she hit him.
remember we were leaving, and it was, like, in the afternoon. We had, like, a fun time together. We were just, like, cutting up, like, joking around. And then I just remember walking out the door, and I just, like, slapped him on the face like it was a dap up.
Was it a guy you were talking to, or
Like,
friends?
like we were, like, getting to that point.
Okay,
Like, we were,
but
like,
then you
getting to know
slapped
each
him.
other. And
Was
then
it like a friendly like slap, or was it like out of anger? I'm
well,
so
no, like, it was,
confused.
like, a friendly thing. Like, I didn't mean it rough, and he was like,
Like,
that was
you
kind of
just-
hard. No, it was harder than that. Like, it was, like, my whole arm stretched. And I don't know if I was, like, nervous.
It's just funny because you didn't remember it until I brought it
No,
up.
and I think it was because I was just like nervous. I was like, dang, like I just had a lot of fun with this guy. Like, and
I was nervous, so I slapped him.
Have you ever slapped anyone in the
Yeah.
face? Okay, what's your slap story?
Well, one time it was in high school. It was, and granted, I will take ownership for part of this because I was kind of an idiot. And I was like, why? What do you mean you like me? But I knew he liked me.
Okay.
And so I remember this kid, he kissed me after like 5 times I had told him like I wasn't interested, and I kept like he tried to like, oh, the really sad part is he tried to be sexy about it and like put my hands up against the wall.
no.
I was like, okay, Crystal Gray. I said, oh my
Oh
god. And so he like pushed my hands up against the wall and like went to kiss me, and I like half kissed back, but I was really confused, so I kind of like moved him away, and I was like, stop, and I like went to walk away, and then he tried to like do it again, like it was like I would like
It's working
at that
now.
point.
yeah, well, I think he thought I was trying to play hard to get because I did kind of
Okay.
kiss him back a little. Which I'm not trying to like excuse it. I mean, he shouldn't have done it, but whatever. So I was like, okay, like you really need to stop. And then he went to do it again, and before then I kind of like backhanded him a little. And he said he had dated one of my friends, and it said like, oh, I know it's because you're scared of her. And I literally said, I'm not scared of her. I'm scared of you. I want you to stop touching me.
Like I know
Oh
you
my
guys
gosh,
have
that's
heard.
scary.
But
Yeah.
he wasn't like actually gonna hurt me.
Right.
And we were in a group of there was
Just
a ton
not
of people. If I
comfortable.
would have like made a scene, people would have been like, bro, let her leave.
Yeah.
But I mean, what didn't get that bad.
Yeah, I just did not think of that. So Tanner,
Anyways.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I wish you well. Like,
Tanner, we wish you well.
hope
And
soccer's going well.
my guy, we also wish you well, but I'm not gonna name you here because I feel like mine is a little bit more
Dramatic.
well, not dramatic. I'm fine.
I had to go to therapy for 5 years after that.
So take that.
I slapped a guy one time in
Oh,
6th grade.
You socked him?
Slapped.
Oh.
Sorry. Did I say slapped?
I don't know.
I
Sock
slapped a
sounds
guy
so aggressive.
Okay.
In 6th grade.
Maddie.
Because he called my best friend fat.
Oh, that's
And you know, in
bullshit.
6th grade, you like are at the worst point of your self-esteem,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you're just like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And so at the end, you know, in middle school, I don't know if you guys did this, but all the girls and the guys lined up on like either side, and then we would like hug everybody before we left.
No.
Okay.
I know that didn't happen to me.
Okay, maybe this was just weird private school things, but like we would line up and like talk after school, and all the girls and the guys would be on either side, and then when someone would leave, we would like say goodbye to every guy.
Oh.
Yeah, and
I'm
like
like, it wasn't a COVID world then, honey.
no, and so
No.
I went down the line and hugged every guy, but the
You
guy at
slapped
the end was the guy who called my friend fat, and I just hugged everyone and then slapped him across the face and left.
Oh my god.
Did you get in trouble?
No, I didn't actually.
Good.
That's so
Daniel
good.
Peterson, he was so.
All right, Daniel Peterson.
Hey, Daniel.
Actually, I hope that he's
No,
well.
I don't wish him well.
Is that the point of this
Yeah,
whole thing?
we wish you well.
We wish you well.
I hope you don't call another real fat.
Yeah, I hope you learned your
We
lesson.
wish you
because
well.
Also, you're not that fit either, buddy.
Oh my god. Okay, Alexis, why don't you give us your next little shebang here?
I texted some of my friends to tell me stories, but they're not really coming through for me.
No, they're not.
I'm gonna start out easy, and this is one that I've done, not a guy's done to me. So
I'm sorry, my friends are texting me about funny stories too, and these are good.
So one time, this guy that like was just a piece of shit to me posted an Instagram story, and like I guess he just like didn't look good, and I just swiped up and said, "You should probably delete this."
It was just a picture of him?
It was just a picture of him, and I said, "You should probably delete this."
Oh.
But no, if you knew the backstory to this guy and like everything
he was the worst.
he did, oh my god,
Did he respond to you?
I think he took it down.
He just said, "Okay, you're right."
Yeah, he consented. He was like, "You know what, you're
He's
right."
like, you know what? That's not
You're
my
right.
best angle.
No, if you knew the backstory of this guy,
It'd be fine. But you know what? We wish him well.
I wish you well.
We wish him well. She realizes that was rude.
That was rude.
It was rude.
But
and
honestly,
we're all growing.
It was kind of good.
It was. I mean, it was a power move.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was right, but it was a power move.
It was a move.
Okay, do you want your favorite story? Do you want that to come next?
I
Okay.
want it.
This one is one of my claims to fame, mostly because I can't believe I actually did it, but it's funny anyways. This is another high school one. I swear not all of mine will be from high school, but
Mine are.
really?
Well,
I
she's
guess
like,
now.
Corey, you know, she's stable.
She's like, yeah, Corey, oh my god, my
stable
long-term relationship.
We get it, Maddie.
Okay,
God.
okay, moving right
We get it,
along.
almost engaged.
Not.
Anyways, so this was in high school.
I heard he's proposing tonight.
We were at a party, and I remember it was like we called it the farm party. So this was like we would drive out like an hour and a half to like a random field. I'm not
I feel
even
like
sure.
that's just as weird as the girls and guys line.
No,
Just
because
in a
I could
different
see
way.
like Plant City would do stuff like this.
Well,
I went
yeah,
to a
but-
barn party before.
Anyways, so we would go.
No.
We drove all the way out, and
Getting
I remember. Hey guys, do you want to hear my story or what?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I get out there, and there's like a campfire, and like it's like in a random like ditch essentially. I don't know why anybody was allowed. Where were our parents? I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, there's a kid who like he and I did not like each other. This is like common knowledge. We were like not really friends, like whatever. And we're sitting around talking at a campfire, and it ends up me and him are just like talking for a while, and we looked over and there was these other people that were kind of talking, and I said like, how much money you want to bet that they're going to make out right now? Like, how much money? And he was like, oh my god, how much money are you going to bet that we're going to make out right now? And I said, no. 10 seconds later, obviously, mistakes were made. But I realized, like, I'm like a minute in that we're around people. Like, it wasn't like that private, really. No, I wasn't sober. I was like 17 and like hammered. So,
But legal.
but
She was 21.
I was 17, but also 21. So we end up. I realize what's going on, and it like dawns on me, and I was like, oh shoot. But anyways, okay. So I pull back, and I literally looked this boy in the face, and I patted his cheek, and I said, if anyone asks, this never happened. And I just walked away. And I'm imagining now if a guy did that to me.
Oh my god.
I would be so
I would
mad.
die
But
on the
now it gets better because then later on, this is probably, we never talked about it. We were in each other's homeroom. Literally, we just never spoke of it again. We don't like each other. Keep in mind.
He was doing what you said.
So I forgot about it.
He was.
Then it was like probably a year later. It's like the end of our senior year, and I had like a little bit of a glow up by then. So I'm like kind of cute, and I'm kind
She's
of
cocky.
it. You know, I'm cocky, and so we're in a group of people, and I think he thought he was gonna embarrass me, and he was like, "Oh, Haley, remember that one time that we made out at that party?" And I never play anything cool. We know this. I don't play anything cool. I have never played anything so cool in my life. I literally was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think that was me." And he was like, wait, what? And so all of his like guy friends around were like, shut up. Like, you don't even remember who that was? That's so embarrassing. And I was like,
no.
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you. That really just wasn't me. And I just walked away. So then later on, I found him at the party, and he was kind of like giving me the evil eye, but kind of laughing. And I came up to him and was like, that was me. And he was like, no, come on. Like, was really
my
mad.
Could you imagine the embarrassment he felt when you told him, like,
Right.
if anyone asked, like, this
never
happened.
happened.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh.
Right, and because like this was pre-glow up, so he was probably like, "Wait a minute, this girl doesn't want to tell anybody about me."
Damn, what's wrong with me?
I know, but the
my
funny thing is, he actually never forgot about it. Years later, he like went up to my sister at a party and was like, "Did your sister ever tell you about me?" And she was like, "I have no idea who you are." She asked me.
No, you were living rent free in this man's mind.
I hope I still am. And you know what?
Probably.
I wish you well. I'm
We wish
sorry.
We wish you well.
It was rude, but here we are. All right, Maddie, your turn.
Okay, this one is short, but sweet. And the worst way, not like actually sweet. One time, me and my ex-boyfriend were breaking up because he was horrible and he was a gaslighter and he was just mean. Just a mean guy. And I broke up with him and he looks at me and says, "Can I just have one more kiss?"
No.
And I was like, "No! Get out of my house!
Can
What
I
are you
just
doing?"
have one more?
Worst part is he walks down the stairs. Like, I'm like pushing him out the door. I'm like, "Get out of my room, go. Like, we're done." He walks down the stairs and my mom looks at him and is like, "Oh, are you okay?" And he just throws his arms over my mom and starts sobbing in her arms. And my mom looks up at the stairs at me and she goes, "What's going on?" And I just was like, "Get him out, get him out."
Is your mom holding him back?
Yes, she's like holding him and she's like kind of patting his back and she's just looking at me with like, "What do I do?"
I hope that was a defining moment in his life.
You know what? I don't know. I've never talked to him since, so.
What?
I wish him well.
That was the
wish you
last you
well.
spoke to him is when he was sobbing in your mother's
Well,
arms?
actually, no, because after that, I found out he was cheating on me with a girl that I had 7th period with all 3 of us. Yeah, it was
Romance.
a joy. It was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
Wow, the sexual tension in that room.
Killer. I don't think that was it.
No, but it was my best friend's cousin, so I like grew
that's
up with her. Yeah, it was awkward.
Not the cousin.
Not the
Not the
cousin.
cousin, never the cousin. All right, Alex,
Anyways,
it's you.
This is one I've told you. So my aunt has a dog trainer.
Oh god, this is a good one.
This is a good one. So ladies, if you think they get better with age, they truly just don't. And so I'm sorry, they just don't. And so he's like 29, very much not in my same life stage at all.
Right.
Very weird. We never talked, like, unless it was about the dog, like, because
Right.
somehow we got her number because I was at her house, blah, blah, whatever. So he texted me one night, like 10 p.m. And he's like, "Wake up. What TF you doing?" And I'm like,
Oh. Okay.
yeah. I said,
Well, how we're doing this.
I said, "Well, hello to you too, you asshole." I said, "I just."
What a greeting.
I said, "I just got home," and he said, "Boring me," like I was boring him.
Oh,
I said,
right.
"Oh, I'm sorry. You're 29. Like,
Right.
what are you doing? Taking care of your kid, I hope." And I'm like, I said, "Well, what are you doing?" He said, "Not you."
He wasn't. He was just stating a fact. He literally was
I'm
not
like,
doing
this is our like first conversation that's not about this damn dog. And I'm like, and you're telling me that you're like what you're doing is not me. He said, "Not you," and I said, "Well, thank God of that." And then what really gets it is like 2 days later, I was at my aunt's house with her, and he came by to like do something.
No.
And I was like,
Did he offer to have sex with you?
"No, he didn't."
He did. That was
No,
nice.
he didn't, and I was just,
Aw.
thank God. I think, he had to go be a 29-year-old, 8 years old. He had to go be 8 years older than me, he had 8 years older shit to handle, and I wouldn't understand. So,
You wouldn't get it.
I wish him well. I hope
we wish
everything's
him
going
well.
well.
You
And
do.
I hope you found someone that you could do, you know?
I hope.
I'm just glad
I
it
hope
wasn't
he's
29-year-old
having
me.
fun training dogs, having a full-time career, and raising a family.
Yeah, and that's just not me, and that's fine.
That's fine.
That's very good.
It's
with
fine.
me.
It's not a big deal.
Go do your 8-year-old self.
Your 8-year-older.
Older self.
Older. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my Google Doc here of all my things. Cause all right, let's see. How do we narrow this one down? Okay. Let's do. Do you want a short one? We probably need a short one.
Yeah.
Okay, my short one then is probably one of the last. Well, this was probably. I guess it was the last date I went on. I guess before quarantine, but good old.
Oh.
Yeah, doesn't it feel like a million years ago?
Yeah,
Actually, no, you
wow.
probably didn't. Whatever. Anyways, we went out on one date, it wasn't a bad date. It was an okay date. So we're walking on the beach, go out, do our thing. I have to drive back I-4. He's like, "Hey, text me whenever you get home." I said, "Okay, perfect." Gentlemen, drive home. And I texted back and I was like, "Yeah, it took forever because it was I-4 had a ton of traffic. Like, thanks for the date. Whatever." Says something back, whatever, and then doesn't respond. And then a week later, texted me back and said, "Oh yeah, I-4 traffic is like really bad." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So then we don't talk for a while after that, and then he like resurfaces for a bit, right? The only thing that I can really, but at this point he's really changed his tune. So prior he was like normal, sweet, like whatever. he's now, I'm realizing that now he's like, okay, we went on one cordial date. Now it's time for like the real thing. He's like ready for like, hey, let's do this.
Which one
I
is
have a
that?
screenshot here. I'll find it. But potentially it's in here. But anyways, he ended up saying that he gets hard whenever he watches Shrek because he loves whenever Fiona turns to an ogre. He was trying to be funny, but I said, you know what? This is not. I have to go. Like,
I
we
really
can't do
saw
this
this.
right now. Hold on.
I
It's
wanna
somewhere
die.
in here. Oh, I just saw it.
I mean, Shrek will do it to you.
I mean, listen, I'm not
You
gonna
know?
lie. I agree. I get where it came
You
from.
do-
Here it is.
you do that
I get
too.
kind of hard when Fiona turns to an ogre.
Oh.
Sad because he had curly hair. You know, it could have worked
It's like
out.
blondish.
Yeah,
That's
no,
like
it's
quirky.
dark.
Oh.
Well, you probably just can't see
It's
it.
the light.
Yeah, and then I ended up then he, do I say this?
Yes.
He asked me, no, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No,
What
I
is
really
it?
can't.
Oh, what?
I heard one word of that.
No.
And so I said, you know what, we
He
have
just
to
has to take her on her second date, and we're like, that's just too much.
Yeah, that was it. So yeah, that's a man that I guess I wish well, but I'm not sure.
We do.
Yeah,
I
we
wish him
do.
well.
I
And
don't think it's
you know
okay.
what? I mean, to each their own. If you like Shrek, then let him be.
If you really love Shrek that much,
I mean, God, I hope you
Hey,
find your Fiona.
we all have our
And I
kink.
wish you well.
If yours is Shrek, I hope it's Shrek too, because at least then you have taste.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
Anyways,
That's what I
Maddie.
mean.
There's not that one.
Okay, this guy, I was friends with him and the guy that I'd been dating for a little while, for like my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls me a year into college when I'd been with his best friend for like a year or so, and confesses his love to me.
Oh.
Of course.
And then tells me that I have to break up with, mind you, his best friend
Right.
because God told
Yeah.
him
Yep.
Right.
that we were gonna get married and all this stuff. It was a whole chapter book text.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Yes, but I don't know
Okay.
what God he was.
Well, yeah, I was just saying.
Well, no,
I
you
think
do.
it was.
It's
Yeah,
just.
I just, you know what, Maddie?
It
That's
was
gonna
his
come to
God.
haunt you because
Maddie,
you weren't listening to God.
I just wish you would listen.
And
to
that
God.
guy.
I love religious gaslighting.
I love God.
Wow.
Wow. So what? What did
So
God
was
tell
that
you?
guy Corey? Be honest. Was Corey the one that was telling you have to break up with? Like who?
No, and me and the other guy just so happened to break up like a few weeks
No.
later.
No. No.
And he thought it
Was for
was
him.
like potentially for that.
Yeah. No.
It was.
Because I
And
mean, what
then-
Christian woman wouldn't listen to God?
And then I hadn't talked to him in like a year.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, you're crazy, stop talking to me, whatever. He texts me a chapter book apology and that God actually told him a different name.
Oh my God. He just wasn't. The connection wasn't good.
And
He has bad Wi-Fi.
him and this girl actually got married and they had a baby this year.
Oh, I wish them well.
I do wish them well.
How's your baby?
I just think it's good when you can like clearly hear from God. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he didn't say Maddie.
Right.
It wasn't her.
It was a C name. Of course I mixed those two up.
It was
just sounds
Kara.
so similar.
Oh my
Her name
gosh.
is Caddy. Caddy
Yeah.
Heron. All right.
I'm
Moving on.
debating between two stories, and I just don't know which
Are
one.
they shorter? Or they longer?
They're short.
I think you're gonna have to go with the first one because what?
So one time, same guy who I said you should probably delete this. We were like in his car, or no, we were in my car one day in like a parking lot, just talking, like parking lot of his apartment complex. We're just like having a conversation, like nothing's happening, and so we're just talking. Someone pulls up next to us, literally just to park to go into their apartment, like you know what you do in an apartment car, you know whatever. He tries to act like a hard ass.
Oh no.
And I've been in the car with him for like an hour. Like,
No.
we're just like having a conversation where we can be civil.
No.
This guy, I swear to God, pulls out a gun.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa. What?
You didn't even know he had a gun.
No, I've been in the car with him for an hour. And he pulls out a gun, and like, I don't know what it's called when you like, you know when you like clock it or whatever?
Is that what it's called?
I think. So it's like ready to shoot. And I'm in the car with him, and I'm like cussing like crazy.
Oh, I wouldn't lose
I'm
my
like,
mind.
bro, put it away. And he's like, you just don't know what they're gonna do. I'm like, they're not gonna hurt armrests. We're in a Nissan Sentra. Like, we're fine. Like, we're fine. I'm not a drug dealer, unless you are, because my God, I've been in the car seat for an hour. And he pulls, and like, the thing is, I should have been a lot more scared in that moment, but I was like, what is he gonna do, shoot me?
Well, you're probably just
Maybe.
Yeah, he could have easily shot me. Like, and I'm just like, oh, what is he?
He's actually pulling it on you.
It's such a God complex. I'm like, he's not gonna hurt me. And I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, like, it was ready to shoot. And I'm just like, oh, whatever. Like,
She's like, in retrospect, he was aiming at me, so that's
no, like,
kind of-
it was in, like, my passenger seat.
What?
Yeah. I forget about that a lot, and I think it's just one of those things I just don't want to process. And I'm just like, yeah. Because we were, like, not on good terms. But I'm just like, what I think of is, like, what made you think I'm gonna bring a gun into this girl's car? Like, you didn't know someone was gonna pull up and holy shit, I
That's
never thought
nuts.
about that until now. Was he planning to kill me?
Oh my God. Are
Maybe.
you a survivor?
Hey, I'm a survivor. Hey, he's engaged now. Okay, so I wish him well. No, it's not.
We wish
I wish
It's
him
not.
well. I know too much about that. I wish you well. I hope you
Why
don't
did
pull a gun
I open
out
my
her.
phone to a shirtless picture of Cole Martin?
Why do I hear that name all the time?
He's just my friend.
Oh. Cole Martin, we wish you well.
Cole Martin, I hope you're okay. Okay. My next one, I keep losing my Google Doc here. Okay, do we want a bad kisser story? Do we
Ooh.
want the guy that lusted after me?
I want that one.
Okay, this is a short one.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet boy, poor kid, told me we couldn't talk anymore because let me remind you, nothing.
That's what I was
I made him lust, which I felt bad about, so he told me we had to stop talking because I made him lust.
Yeah.
Super sweet, but then of course I accidentally ran into him
Did he go to Southeast?
in Tampa, no.
Really?
Ran into him in Tampa and had to book it to my car whenever I was with Emerson and ran screaming for my life. So that was,
And you did that because you didn't want him to lust.
right, I didn't want him to lust. I wanted to help him. And so, yeah, that was that. That one's a quick one. But just like, everybody watch watch existing because sometimes
Watch
if you
your
exist
facial-
too hard, you might make someone lust.
Yeah.
Oh my
Stop.
gosh.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Southeastern guy. That's alright.
He wasn't. Yeah, believe it or not, wasn't.
God, and there's more.
I know. What a shame.
What a
Terrifying.
shame. They shouldn't exist.
Just like it's not I didn't do anything.
That's what they always say.
Yeah.
I have a bad kiss one.
Okay.
I was dating this guy, and first of all, he asked me permission to kiss me, which, like, if we're already dating, like, I'm not gonna push you off.
Wait, you were already dating?
We were already dating.
He said, "Can I kiss you?"
Yeah.
Was this the first time y'all had kissed?
Yeah. It was the first time
I
we
can
kissed.
Okay.
And we've
But
been
just seize the
dating for
moment.
a little while.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
By that I mean, like, a week. Not like, okay.
Honey, I'm like, before we start dating,
Gotta go.
I'm like, hold on, Maddie, we're not the same.
I've also never kissed a guy that I haven't dated.
Oh. Me either.
Right. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Anyways,
I've strictly only kissed
I've
guys
dated-
that I haven't dated.
I've dated all of them.
you've never kissed a guy you dated. I've never kissed a guy I haven't dated. That's the
Just kidding.
difference between. Anyways, so he asked me permission.
Really?
Okay, moving on.
He asked me permission, which is already weird. The other thing is that it was his first kiss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Which, like, some people are just good naturally, some people just aren't. This guy was the worst kisser ever.
Like bumbling awkward?
I mean, like, it was wet, and it was like kissing a dead fish.
Oh.
And I
I
went
know that
inside
feeling.
and I told my best friend that he tasted like a hamburger.
Oh
Like, I think we ate Five Guys earlier that day.
Like the onioniest
And,
burger?
like, didn't hold back on the toppings. And, like, that's all.
The shock on our faces.
And it wasn't even, like, all that of a kiss. Like, it was just a normal kiss, and I could just taste the Five Guys. And, I do wish him well. Because he was a nice guy.
But he just tasted like burger
Did
meat.
he ever get better?
I didn't
You
date
didn't
him
do
for
that.
very much longer.
Oh, no.
Not because of that.
See, here's the thing. I'm very nervous the first time I ever made out with anyone was that bad. Because I think it might have been, maybe.
That you were that bad?
No, that I was that bad. Because I was so nervous. So I'm wondering if it was that bad. It certainly didn't taste like hamburger, though.
My
Yeah.
first kiss wasn't really good.
It was.
Yours was bad?
It wasn't my first kiss.
My
but it was
first
his.
kiss was a 40-minute makeout. I never had. Yeah, I was like.
You never had a peck in an intro?
No,
Actually, I
never
didn't
had
either.
an intro, bro.
I didn't.
I was
either.
like, what are you doing?
Really?
I was nervous.
Well, I guess I only had like 2
And
pecks.
my
You're
boyfriend
like, really?
at the time got so mad at me because he was convinced that I lied to him, that I'd never kissed somebody else because I knew what I was doing. And meanwhile, I was like crapping my pants.
Aw.
The first time you kissed him?
Yeah, because I didn't know what I was doing, and then he was just skeptical and horrible and awful, and he's the one who cheated. But he was convinced that I
He
was
was
lying to
together.
him from the start. Which,
Because you were so good.
because
Yeah,
it was
you were
so good.
just so-
Maddie, I love whenever Maddie tells this story because it always sounds like it's going to be an embarrassing story, and then it's, oh my god, it was so good.
Like, I was just so good at it.
I was just so
So
good at
to
it.
me, it was like so annoying because I was telling the truth.
Yeah.
And he was like that the entire relationship.
Can we follow the bad kiss trend? Do you have a bad kiss story? You've never kissed
Oh,
You've
I
never had a
have.
bad kiss?
There's one, and he actually, yeah. This wasn't that
It's
long
bad.
ago. This was like a year and a half ago.
a... Okay.
And he was like pretty attractive, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, like he's probably gotten around, like I'm kinda nervous. I just
Really?
remember thinking, this is the only thought I had of being like, I can't wait to leave. Like, please get me out of this. It was so bad.
That's like the last
made
thought
it
you
bad?
want.
He was just like biting my lip. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? But this makes
Not what I thought you were
this
doing.
makes me think of something that I just have to say. One time I kissed a guy, and we were like friends, and he tells me afterwards,
Oh god.
I'm just not really into like blondes or like tall girls. And I'm like,
Since when is that not like the...
so I'm like, but she's a blonde. I'm like,
I know, but
and I'm like-
since when is someone not into a tall
And I was like, well,
blonde?
I'm sorry.
Cute.
I didn't think it was anything like.
How does one respond to that?
I think I was just
I'm
like,
not into
oh.
girls named Alexis. It's super weird.
Like, it's just like this weird thing. I just can't get past it.
I can't get past it.
And, and even especially if they have blonde hair and they're tall.
No, it's the worst.
And that's just the worst combination. And I was just like, you know what? I think I said, oh. I think my exact response was, oh, okay.
I'll
Oh,
leave.
okay.
Okay, I guess so.
So
First of all,
myself out.
I'm like, is it because we're the same height right now? Or like, what is it?
What? Yeah, maybe that's why.
Maybe
it
that's
was just
really hit him. But I'm
Napoleon
like, but you
complex.
didn't have to pull the blonde hair out, you know? I'm
First
like,
of all-
it's fake, first off.
First off, it's fake. Second of all, my blonde hair didn't do anything to you.
My blonde hair, I'm like, my
Did
height's
he
my
not know what color hair
Bro,
you
he
had
did, because we were
before?
friends. I'm like, and you know, everyone knows my height's my number one insecurity. I'm like, you did not
Really?
have to hit me. Oh my god.
Really?
yeah.
Wait, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8.5".
So am I. I love being tall.
No,
Are
I
you
hate
kidding?
it. No, it's my
You're
dream.
5'8.5".
I'm almost
I thought you were taller
5'9".
than me. Yeah, I thought you were like 5'9", 5'10".
Shut up.
What did you think I was?
I thought you were my height.
No.
Well,
bro.
I'm the shortest in this room right now.
How tall are you?
5'7".
That's, yeah, no, I'm
God,
like 2
you're an
inches
elf.
taller than you.
Oh, I'm just a little elf.
Wait, no, you have to love being tall. It's literally probably my number one confidence booster.
Really?
I love walking into a room and being the tallest person.
No
like the
way.
tallest girl.
Especially with some booties on.
Yes! Oh my god, I love it.
Because you're just like, everyone's looking at me.
No, not even that. I just like it. Like, I just like feeling
Yeah.
like tall and like, I don't know why.
I think it's
it
because
makes me feel good.
Yeah, I think it's because everyone, their first thing they always say to me is, "Oh my god, you're so tall." And I'm like,
I don't
"Oh."
think I think of you.
I'm like, and you don't look at me and say, "Oh, she's just so beautiful. She's so
I don't
pretty."
think of
Like,
you as crazy tall though.
I've
Well,
never
everybody-
thought that. I
Yeah.
thought you were like shorter than her.
Oh my god, shut up, Maddie.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
And like, oh, I just love being tall. And you know what?
Maybe you've changed my tune.
The guy, whoever you marry, is gonna be thankful because your kids are gonna be tall. And if they want to play
athletic
sports,
babies.
like that's an advantage for
Whoa,
sure.
hey, y'all hear that? Athletic babies.
I'm just saying, you guys
Are you
are.
marketing yourself? No.
You're not gonna have D1 babies with a 5'5" girl. I'm sorry.
Or a 5'7" girl.
Maybe.
Okay, first of all.
I'm just saying.
So, hey.
You have to love being tall.
Oh, thank you.
Like shoulders up, head back, be tall.
Hey, so if you want to have D1 babies, don't marry Haley because she's only 5'7".
Sorry. If you want to have mediocre babies that might play in college, call me.
College pretty good, though.
D3.
D3?
NAIA. If you want kids that are playing at Southeastern, hit up Haley.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, anyways, can I tell my bad kiss story now?
Yeah.
Okay, this was a grand old time, and I remember I hyped it up for a pretty long time. I thought it was going to be awesome. Not sure why. Okay, so you know how whenever you like a kiss,
How old are you?
This story, I think I was 18.
I thought you were gonna say 8.
Me too.
I was like, oh my god.
This
When I was
This was
yeah, I was 2 years old.
Oh god. This is a kiss, okay?
Okay.
And you know how, like, you don't really talk about it, but someone leads.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
And it's usually the guy. It just, like, is. I had never kissed anybody at this point who didn't, like, a guy who didn't take the lead.
Okay.
This guy held his tongue back like it was scared of me. Like, just, like, pinned up to the back of his mouth. And I was like, hold on. Me? So I was like, all right, whatever. And at this point, I had, like, gotten my groove on.
Yeah.
Your
Kissing.
version
Like,
of
I was
taking
good.
the lead is whoever slips in their tongue.
No.
Okay, just clarify.
No. Just, like, whoever is the one that makes the moves.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
I don't really know how to describe it. You just know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
it's
part of
just
the problem because what do I do here?
It's just a spiritual feeling.
It's a spiritual feeling, and that he didn't have it, so I had to have it. And so I have never kissed anybody to this day who felt like a cat's sandpaper tongue, like I did then. And it was the most bumbling. Like, he probably didn't notice, and he didn't think it was that bad because he tried for the rest of the night to keep going. And I kept having to be like, hey, let's go out, like, go join everybody else. Like, let's go out. Like, I fake a coughing fit.
I'm so sick right now.
Does that ever happen?
What?
Kissing and you just start coughing?
Yeah, I've
No,
never.
but, I mean, my God, I would make it happen if it was that bad.
Force a tickle in the back of your throat. Who was it that we know that got a nosebleed whenever they're making out with someone? That was
Me.
you.
No!
Yeah.
Okay, you
Was it in his mouth? Did it like drip down in y'all's mouths?
No, but it was like all over both of our faces.
Oh my god.
Oh, I want to.
But that goes into part of that story.
Okay, yeah, my story doesn't really have much more to that besides that moment. So go ahead,
So
take it
had to
away.
be the alpha.
So I dated this guy. All the guys I've been talking about, I had 3 boyfriends in high school. Those are all of these stories. So the first one was like literally the worst person. The second one was
The second worst person.
no, he was just like, we didn't date for that long. And the third person was just weird. But the first person, the awful person, I somehow started dating him, and I don't even really know how I ended up in this relationship. Like, it was very weird, and I just thought that's how it worked because I was young, and like all of a sudden we were like together.
Yeah.
Well, a few months into our relationship, the day we started dating, I got a nosebleed. And didn't think it was correlated to anything, but it was random. Like, I've never gotten a nosebleed where I wasn't hit in the face because of it,
Oh, really?
you know? Like, I never just got a random one, unless I was really sick and my nose was dry. Anyway.
Doesn't that mean something if you get them randomly?
Yeah, well, we're getting into that.
So I
This is a wild
got a
story.
nosebleed every single day, our entire relationship. And
Oh
so
my God.
one of the times I
Thank
got
God.
it, we were kissing, and we got blood all over our faces.
The romance.
Yes, and then I looked through his phone like 4 months in, and this is how I got like my first red flags, and I should have just dipped, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I was too scared to like break up with him. But I got a nosebleed the entire time, and then the last 4 months of our relationship, I had diarrhea every day for 4 months, on top of a nosebleed every day for 4 months.
It's a lot of fluids.
And demonic nightmares every day for 4 months.
Maddie, what?
Yes, and those were the exact amount of time that he was cheating on me. Those 4 months, I figured that out. And so I was physically
Bro.
sick.
Isn't that crazy how
Yes.
that happens?
It was so crazy, and then after we had broken up, it had been like a year or so, I woke up in my friend's bed to a bloody nose. And it was the first time that I've had a random bloody nose since I was in that relationship. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, this only happens like every so often, or not at all since we broke up or whatever. And we look on Twitter, and he tweeted, just cross the Oregon and Washington border. And it was like literally as soon as he entered the state of Washington, my nose started bleeding.
Maddie!
It was so weird. It was so weird.
Bro, isn't that weird? I think we've talked about this, how your body can physically repel someone.
Yes,
And
it
I've had that
totally
happen
did.
before.
And I just wasn't listening to it. And then literally the day we broke up, I haven't had a demonic nightmare since. I've had like scary ones, but
Yeah.
not demonic. Like,
So-
those nightmares scarred me like really bad. It was terrifying.
For 4 months straight.
4 months.
So-
Diarrhea for 4 months, bro? That's
Skinny.
Yeah.
no, oh my god, it was
So he was
painful.
cheating on you the whole 4 months?
Yes.
Or is that your whole relationship time?
No, we dated for 8 months and 1 day exactly. And he's also the guy who asked for one more kiss. Mm-hmm.
He just wanted one more.
Yeah.
Bro, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So how'd you find out he cheated on you? I'm just so intrigued.
I found out because it was my best friend's cousin.
Oh,
and so my best
yes.
friend told me, like, hey, I feel like you should know this. And so I found out, and I literally, you guys have anxiety, right?
Oh my god.
You have,
Oh, yeah.
Do you have, like, anxiety attacks ever?
Yeah.
I shake.
Yeah.
Like, my body, like, that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I physically just start shaking. And that was the first anxiety attack I've ever had. Because I was just laying in my friend's bed, like, what in the world? Like, why?
And then
why,
everything
why?
like started clicking with you.
Yes.
Of, like, this is when all this is happening.
That's sad.
Yeah. But it was so weird, like, how your body can just actually get sick.
Yeah.
I had that happen
It's
to
crazy.
me.
Yeah, it happened to me before too.
I thought I had COVID.
Oh, it was
I couldn't
recent.
breathe. Yeah, I couldn't breathe, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Did I have COVID? But it was like, "No, my body's telling me you gotta leave.
Oh my
You gotta
gosh.
You gotta go."
You do. You have to
It's
listen to
so
your gut.
crazy.
All right, you got another one?
Oh, let me like. Oh,
I think we're.
yes.
Oh, you
Can I
gotta
see
go.
my last one? This is
Yeah.
a lighter note.
Oh God.
Sweet. He's the guy. He's sweet. Whatever. He didn't necessarily do anything wrong. I just remember we were hanging out one time, and I just like randomly went into his bedroom, like nothing like that. I walk in, and there's a cage with
No.
a pet iguana.
No.
What? Out of all
Paired,
the pets.
paired with a lion tapestry above his bed.
Tell me you left.
And I
Those are
did.
the biggest
Bro,
red
because
flags ever.
I can't do animals like that. Like, I can barely do a dog. And so I was just like, hey, like, I actually have to go. Like, something came up, like, I gotta go. Like,
Something came up.
I'm like, an iguana.
An iguana.
Like, we're not in Miami, baby. We're
He
in
went to the
Lakeland.
even if you are in Miami, he went to the pet store and he said,
Hey, give me the sexiest iguana you have, because I think that's gonna get me a girlfriend. And I'm like,
did he brag about it? Did he say?
Oh, I came out and I was like, you have an iguana in your room? And he's like, oh yeah.
You in
Oh,
his
yeah.
room too.
Yeah,
Oh,
not like
so
in the
sweet.
like not like in his room.
Did it smell bad?
Yes, it smelled bad. It's a fuck.
I'll be
It's
it.
an iguana.
I don't know how
It's an iguana.
I don't know how iguanas smell.
I don't
Like
well,
reptiles who
yeah,
like
it's
shed their
true.
skin.
And snake's my biggest fear,
that's
so I was
nasty.
just triggered. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, put a trigger warning on the door before I walk in.
That's disturbing. An iguana. Gross. I just thought of one that I don't have written down. But this is a good one. This is one of those like typical things that I get myself into where it's like, oh no, I'm not gonna like, we're never gonna have a define the relationship conversation, but like things are, things are happening.
Yeah.
This was in college at some point. I remember I thought I was being really sweet one time, and I like went. He's like up all night studying, like pulled an all nighter. Like woke up to a bunch of texts that morning of like, oh my god, I'm still up. It's 4 a.m. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna go be so nice. So I went and I got his coffee order at Portico, and like went and did my thing, and I walked out, and I was like, oh, okay, hey, I know where he is in the library. I'm gonna go walk. Like I'm gonna go get it to him, whatever. As I'm walking, I see him coming from like going towards the dorms. And he's going towards a girl's dorm, and it's his ex-girl. He's with his ex-girlfriend.
No.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm standing at the
With the
steps.
coffee.
No.
And I have the coffee, and I remember my friend Heidi was standing next to me, and I said, hey, do you like Americanas? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, this is yours now. And I'm walking, and I texted him, and I was like, hey, like I'm actually like about to head into the library right now. I wanted to drop something off for you. Like, are you there? And he was like, no, I'm actually right now. I'm in class, but I can see him. As I'm standing there, and I was like, aw, he's in class. Aww. And now Heidi has an Americana.
Of my fire fun.
Yeah, and so then afterwards we had a little define the relationship conversation, which didn't go awesome. And then I found out that he was sending me and the ex-girlfriend the exact same texts over Christmas break. Yeah,
Why
like
do people do
copy
that?
and paste, change name. Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
It was awesome.
Do
It was
I know
really
this
cool.
guy?
No, probably
Do
not.
I
I?
hope not.
I don't know.
And
what
it
you're
was
talking
super
about.
fun. Yeah, no, I don't think I made it a thing, really. It wasn't a thing. It was like a thing that was like, but then it ended up coming back. It's like, oh, Haley, you really thought this was something else. And I was like, oh, did I? It's probably because you played with my hair, so I fell asleep. It's usually what does
Probably
it.
because you're sending me really nice texts that are also sending your ex-girlfriend.
Aw.
See, that just makes me not trust guys. I'm just like,
Oh, no, I know. Yeah, it's okay.
Wow.
I'm fine now.
sobbing.
All right, Maddie,
I'm
your
the-
grand finale.
I'm
Finish this out.
gonna rattle off 3 that are of the same guy, the first
Okay.
boyfriend who was awful.
I love that we're just roasting him for this whole episode for you.
Okay, so
Does he listen?
number 1, and I don't know. He told my best friend that she had a punchable face
Well, she did, for the record.
and told her to shut the F up.
Okay, nope. Go back.
He also pushed my 2 best friends out of the door the first day he met them.
What?
Okay.
Those aren't even on the list. He wrote me a hate letter that I found when I was cleaning his room. I literally was being nice and cleaning his room for me, and I found a letter on his desk that was literally like, "You effing B," like you literally
Somebody's just
a
gonna
whole
get
hate
out.
letter.
While you were still dating.
Yep, and I just folded it and put it in my backpack
Yep.
and dated him for like another month. I'm telling you, I should have gotten out a lot sooner. So when we were breaking up, he was like gaslighting me and was like, "I've never done anything rude to you. I've never said anything rude." And I was like, "Oh, really? Like, you really want to go down that route? Like, that's what route you're taking? That you've never done anything? Like, first of all, just a lie. Second of all, how do you feel about this letter? Literally addressed to me, calling me all these names."
Dearest
What'd he say?
Maddie.
He just shut down.
He was like, "Oh my gosh, you were never supposed to see that," like all this stuff. And I was just like, "No, this is how you feel. Like,
And that's
these are
okay.
your words. And it's fine, but like, that's why
You
I'm
weren't
dumping
supposed
you right
to
now."
know how I feel.
Same
Oh
day, he
my
asked for a
God.
kiss and cried in my mom's arms. Yeah.
It just seems just
What
like
if
a
you would have
gentleman.
kissed your mom on the lips?
Oh my
Stop!
gosh.
And he's just like, your daughter won't kiss me. Can you?
I just want to kiss so bad.
I just
now.
want to kiss one of the hood women.
And then,
And she's like, okay, baby.
And he offers her a slow kiss.
ew!
And she does it though. And he
No, wait.
No, but he puckers from way back here.
What do you mean, no way?
The irony of this story is that he went to Bible college and married a girl closer in age to his mother.
Was she a professor?
I think she was a professor, or maybe she was in her later years in Bible college as well. So he didn't kiss my mom, who was older,
Oh.
but he did kiss his now wife that is closer in age with his mom. So
Huh.
that's a fun one.
Huh.
My last
Some
one
mommy
is
issues.
that my one of my ex-boyfriend's stepdad he called a meeting for me and him to meet with him individually.
Right.
And then told me that we weren't allowed to pray together because it was too intimate.
That makes sense.
I wish them all well.
I wish.
Wow.
I wish him well, but except
I
that
wish-
maybe his stepdad should go to therapy.
Well, because I'm sure when the stepdad and his wife, they get to praying.
Yeah.
It just, he didn't.
Stop.
He was just trying to protect
There's
them all.
sexual tension in that prayer.
It's,
Listen.
oh my god.
Wow.
I have never felt more in the mood than middle
Don't
of
do that.
of-
Don't. We're,
No.
hey, from the
Too
girl
far.
who just butchered the conversation on the Rapture, I'm putting a stop on this one. And Haley, this is a follow-up question.
Uh-huh.
Haley, answer honestly.
Okay.
If God came back right now, or if Jesus, are you going to heaven?
I'm telling you, every time you ask this question, I will say yes. I think
I
I'm
just
going to
don't
heaven.
believe it.
Here's the thing. Last night we played a game. It was like a voting game, and I was
When
the
you
first
looked
person to
into it,
receive
that's-
the card that is going straight to hell. And
That's
here's the
true.
thing. I'm a good person. I don't understand.
Maddie, do you think you're going to heaven?
I do.
Really?
Do you think you're going to heaven?
I don't know. I don't know how John got, or how John. That's just
How
my
God
name for him.
judges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm going. I have to
This
go.
is
My
turning a
outfit's
much
too good.
deeper conversation.
Oh,
This,
God.
here, no, leave it. So, hey, we're really glad Alexis could be here with us. We're also really glad that we have grown as women, that were once emotionally manipulated in one way or another.
Yeah.
We hope that you all wish the men in your lives well. And the men, hey, just maybe go to therapy.
And if you
Please.
have any funny stories, please,
Please.
for the love of all things, we'll put a message box and please reply
100%.
what your crazy story is.
Bye!
Average and only